Hello friends, welcome back to Block Bytes. If you go deeper into the crypto space to learn about projects and protocols, you will undoubtedly come across a term called tokenomics. In this video, I will present a simple explanation of what it means. But before that, I have to set the proper context. Those who are here only for the content can skip this part. Tokenomics is a misunderstood or rather misused term. People think that if a project or a protocol has the right tokenomics, it is perfect for investment or ripe for growth. Still, if you spend time in the crypto space, you will see people do precisely the opposite. Every day, you will find random accounts on X sharing a new token, claiming it to be the next big thing or that it will be 10x or 20x from here. Does this mean that all these tokens have the right tokenomics? I doubt that. Several well-known projects have shaky tokenomics. However, they still enjoy a top rank in their respective category. Ultimately, what truly matters is whether a project is profitable or not. You will be surprised to know that there are no crypto projects except Ethereum that generates profits. Yes, that is the truth. And all these metrics and data points do is obfuscate the reality. Does it mean that tokenomics is not essential? No. Tokenomics measures several important metrics, especially those that are related to demand and supply, which is what will eventually make or break a project in the long run. I like to think of cryptos as startups that are rarely profitable. Still, investors invest their money hoping to receive a hefty exit. Only a few projects will turn profitable and grow. The rest will fade. I hope you understand that tokenomics is not a Swiss knife, but merely one of the many tools with which you can decide where to invest. Let's jump in. Tokenomics is the economic and financial components of a token or project's ecosystem. As an investor, you need a way to measure the value of a cryptocurrency to make informed decisions, which is where tokenomics help with. Let's look at what different aspects of a cryptocurrency can be revealed by its tokenomics. Number one, value. Tokenomics can assist investors in making informed judgments on whether or not to invest in a specific cryptocurrency. Number two, potential. Tokenomics can determine a cryptocurrency's potential for long-term success by examining its utility, distribution, and security. Third, red flags. Tokenomics can identify red flags in a cryptocurrency project, avoiding potential scams and making better investment decisions. And fourth, legitimacy. Tokenomics can be used to analyze the authenticity of a cryptocurrency project as part of a more extensive due diligence process. Investors can obtain insights into a project's goal, motivations, and potential hazards by analyzing its tokenomics. Every crypto project creates its own tokenomics to achieve the aforementioned objectives. It includes the design, creation, distribution, and management of the project's native token. The design of a token is usually linked to its utility. That is, what purpose does the token serve? Is it for governance, rewards, fee, something else, or a combination of these? Creation is a measurement of demand. The more demand for the project or protocol, the more tokens are created or minted. Distribution means the supply side of the token and defines its monetary policy. That is the token inflationary or deflationary? And management refers to the governance structure of the token, including how decisions are made and how the community can participate in this process. In a nutshell, tokenomics is managing the demand and supply of a token, ensuring that the project or protocol keeps growing. Let's look at the critical factors involved in tokenomics. Number one, token issuance and distribution. Tokens are first issued at the project launch and then distributed to different groups, including the project team, end users, investors, and others. Number 2, token supply. Token supply is usually measured in total and circulating supply. The total supply is the maximum amount of tokens that will ever be created for the project, and the circulating supply is the number of tokens currently circulating in the ecosystem. Token burn and token unlock are essential to understand. Token burn reduces the circulating supply, and token unlock add to the circulating supply. Number 3, token utility. It refers to the token's economic utility inside the project's ecosystem, including its use cases, value proposition, and growth potential. The utility is what drives the demand for a token. And fourth, token governance or management refers to the token's governance structure, including how decisions are made and how community members can participate in the process. These mechanisms decide whether a project has an inflationary or a deflationary tokenomic. Inflationary tokenomics means that the supply of the token increases over time. This is true for almost every cryptocurrency, except a few. All projects start with a small amount of tokens released at launch, followed by a mechanism whereby the supply keeps increasing till a limit is reached. Deflationary tokenomics, on the other hand, is when the supply decreases over time. Remember, any project can artificially deflate its supply, hoping to increase its value. But without actual drivers for growth, the value this brings will be severely restricted or short-lived. Let's take an example to understand all these concepts now. Ethereum is the most popular and the most prominent layer 1 public blockchain. In August of 2014, 60 million ETH tokens, or 83% of the initial 72 million, were allocated to customers who purchased it through a crowd sale. The earnings from the transaction was used for fund development, research, and other things. Half of the remaining 12 ETH was allocated to early Ethereum contributors, with the other half going to the Ethereum Foundation. So this was Ethereum's token issuance and distribution at launch. On the supply side, besides the issuance, ETH tokens are minted or created per block. 2 ETH tokens are minted per block and given as a reward to the block producer. This is the incentive. Thus, new tokens get added to the circulating supply. ETH token does not have a cap or limit to its maximum supply, and at the time of writing, or at the time of this video, its circulating supply is 120,269,158. In August of 21, Ethereum implemented its EIP 1449 change that introduced token burn to counterbalance this increase in supply. On the utility side, ETH is the currency in which the protocol generates its revenue. All interactions with the blockchain are paid in ETH tokens, and all rewards are paid out in ETH tokens. So every application on the blockchain pays a fee to use it, and this is how the chain makes money. Finally, ETH holders can participate in the governance of the Ethereum network by voting on protocol proposals and amendments. Let's take this to the next step and look at some of the issues in tokenomics that you might encounter. The biggest issue is the imbalance between demand and supply. Now, this is a complex topic in itself, so let's look at some common reasons for such an imbalance. Demand side problems. Demand or growth drivers are the most significant metric for any protocol or project. Some metrics you could look at include unique active wallets, daily average transactions, and fee. Here is how demand looks for Ethereum. It has the second most number of dApps or applications. It is number 10 in terms of the number of unique active wallets. It is number 1 in terms of DeFi, total value logged. It is number 1 in terms of NFT volume. And it is 18th, it is 18th in terms of transaction count. And it is number 1 in terms of value coming into the chain. Now, you would have imagined that Ethereum would be number 1 in all these metrics, but it is not. There was a point in time when it was, but not anymore. Does it make it less attractive as an investment? Yes and no. Yes, because it is evident that other projects and protocols are eating into its dominance. And no, because we have yet to see crypto adoption become mainstream. The vital point to understand here is that things are dynamic and there is no clear right and wrong. Second, supply side problems. Now, protocols usually have a cap or a limit to their max supply. So this is one of the things you can look for. However, this is not the case with Ethereum, as we saw before. Apart from having a max limit, you also want to look for various mechanisms whereby the token supply is reduced, like token burns and the reasons behind it. You want to avoid falling for a token burn mechanism that does not have the support of the community in general. Another aspect to look for is token unlocks. This will give you an idea of how the project intends to inject extra supply into circulation. Apart from token unlocks, look for token vesting schedule, especially for newer projects. The token vesting schedule is a crucial price control mechanism that prevents investors from selling their shares before a predetermined amount of time. This ensures that the investors do not simply sell and run away with the profits. Inflation is another supply-side parameter to keep an eye out for. All projects start with high inflation, but good projects have mechanism to replace or reduce supply over time, like burning and halving. Some projects have a fixed inflation rate, for example, 5% for the first 10 years. Interestingly, Ethereum has seen periods where it has become deflationary or has negative inflation, meaning the supply is less than its burn. This usually happens when the network is in high usage. Like layer 1 protocols, layer 2 protocols like Arbitrum, Optimism, and Polygon have tokens too, but they all launched their tokens separately years after the chain was launched. As a matter of fact, most new projects and protocols release their native tokens later, or rather much later than the launch of the chain. The reason is that they want to first demonstrate the demand drivers and the growth potential of the chain. Also, running a chain in production provides valuable feedback that is used in the design of the tokenomics. There are many things to keep in mind here. So let me present a simple comparison between good and bad tokenomics. Here is a table which shows you this comparison. As you can see, at a bare minimum level, a big difference between good and bad tokenomics is transparency. Good tokenomics dictates that important information about token supply, issuance, distribution, and others must be shared before the tokens launch. It is essential to understand why the token is created, for example, what utility it will provide, and how it will spur growth and reduce inflation. And finally, a good project will be active on social media with the regular updates about the project, changes, new features, roadmap updates, and other information. I hope this video has given you some food for thought regarding tokenomics. It is a vast subject, and the deeper you dive, the more nuanced it gets. But hopefully you have some appreciation for it now. Hope you like this video. Do like and share, and I will see you next time with another fresh bite. Bye.